Hello everyone, am I visible and audible? Can I get a yes in the chat box if I am? Perfect. So I welcome you all in today's masterclass by Coding Ninjas in association with Naukri.com. So today we will be learning some Amazon Power BI and AI essentials. You will be getting to know some data visualization tips and you will be learning to create some impactful Power BI visualizations that would help you to excel in Amazon data related roles. You will be learning some essential features, techniques, and some best practices to enhance your analytical capabilities and stand out in your interviews. Not only for Amazon, but for other companies as well. So, for today's masterclass, we have Abhishek Soni. He is a data scientist at Amazon and he brings his expertise in data visualization and analytics to help you build compelling Power BI dashboards which are tailored for real world business scenarios. Now, before we begin, I request you all to write in your educational background and your current experience in the chat box because it helps us to know you guys better. It would also help our speaker, Abhishek Soni, to understand you guys better and take this session in a direction such that it caters to most of you. So, guys, please start writing in your educational background, your current experience, and you can also write what are you expecting from today's masterclass. It helps us to direct the masterclass in a better way. So, I would now like to hand it over to Abhishek.
Yeah, thanks, Tavleen. Let me share my screen. Yeah, I hope my screen is visible. Yeah, hi everyone. I work at Amazon as a data scientist. Today we'll be starting with the session which on Power BI and essential in data visualization. So before we begin with our today's session, I would just like to give a quick update about Coding Ninja's job bootcamp program. So it is a 6 months long program which is based on data analytics, and Coding Ninjas is teaching you all the skills which are there, which are necessary
Guys, Abhishek is disconnected because of some technical issue. We are getting him back as soon as possible.
Hello. Yeah, sorry, I think my connection dropped off in between. Tavleen, could you help me with the sharing access? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was talking about the Coding Ninjas Job Bootcamp program. So it's a 6 months long program which is based on data analytics, and they are offering you all the industry relevant skills which are needed in today's market. So, for example, like if you are going to learn anything new in the market, there are 10 different ways you can achieve or you can solve a problem. But to find out which one is necessary in today's market is itself a big challenge. So even when I was starting in my initial days or initial career time, I actually learned a lot of skills, but I ended up learning let's say 10 skills for a same problem. But when I was getting interviewed, I found out that these 10 skills are not even necessary or not even used in the industry. So having industry relevant skills and a structured plan is very much necessary in today's market, because every day technology is changing, as well as technologies used in the industries are also changing. So Coding Ninjas is offering you that, which is like industry relevant skills, a structured program, and cherry on the cake is they are also providing you a job assistance as well. So if you have someone who can help you with the job or with the network, then you are already ahead of the market, because nowadays everything is available on the internet, and that has increased the competition among the people. So if you have right networking, if you have right knowledge with you, and job assistance, then I think most of your part is already done. So I would recommend you to check out the course. I can share you the link in the chat. You guys can simply check out the course once, and someone from Coding Ninjas team will reach out to you and explain you on the course program. Just a moment. Yeah, I have shared the link in the chat box. So they have also pretty much high placement rate as well, which is about 95%. So out of all, like 95% people are getting placed, which is a very good number if you ask me. And the average salary hike expected is also about 130%, which is also very good. So I would recommend you to do check it out, fill up the form which is shared in the chat box, and someone from Coding Ninjas team will connect with you and explain you on the part of the program. So we'll just wait for a couple of minutes so that you can fill up the form, and then we can start with our today's session. I hope the form is visible to all. Yeah, it's a 6 months program, long program. Okay, I think we can start with our today's session. So before we begin with our session, I'll just give a brief introduction about myself. I work at Amazon as a data scientist. Over here, we are building AI or ML models to detect the presence of human or bot when an ad is viewed. So if you are seeing an ad, let's say a shoe ad or anything you are seeing as online ad, but either you can see that as a human, or some program or some bot can also see that. So our problem statement is to develop some machine learning or AI models which can detect if an ad is viewed by a bot or a human. And prior to this, I worked at Cipla, wherein I worked in the manufacturing department to improve the drug production efficiency. Prior to that, I worked at Verizon, where I joined as SD, but since I had great interest towards data science, I moved towards that part. So this is a brief about myself, and let's begin with our today's session. So, our session is on visualization and AI, like how these things work and what are some tools available. So, let's first understand what data visualization is. So, data visualization is graphical representation of the data or of the information which you have digitally with you. So, it could be in the form of charts, it could be in the form of graphs, maps, or anything like that. So you might have already seen some of the graphs or maps which are color shaded, like red indicates high, blue indicates low, or green indicates low. These kind of colored maps, we call them heat maps. So this is one of the kind of visualization which is used in today's market. Then you can also plot your data on graph or charts as well, like histograms, if you understand what histogram means. So you can plot your data on histograms, you can plot your data on line charts as well. So there are n number of ways in which you can plot your data, and through these data visualization or plotting of data, you will be able to pull out some of the insights or some of the patterns from the data which can help your business grow. And so why we do data visualization? Because we want to find out some of the patterns which are there in the data through the visualization. So So that's what the main purpose is. And this is what data visualization is like anything which is available digitally. And if you want to visualize that data or whatever information we have, that is known as data visualization. Yeah, then AI visualization tools and why we need these tools. So AI visualization tools are some of the tools which can help you with data collection, data processing, analysis of the data, and reporting and dashboarding as well. So these tools are like end to end. If you are going to work in any data analytics related project, be it on machine learning, be it on data analysis or BI engineer, anything related to data analytics, these are some of the steps which are followed in order to work on a project. So, which includes data collection, data processing, data analysis, and finally sharing your insights with the team. So these tools which are available in the market, these are intelligent enough to help you with these steps or to help you with automation of these steps as well. So you can easily do data collection using these tools. So for example, some of the tools are like Power BI, Tableau, Click, Looker. There are many tools out there if you go out for them. So for example, what these tools are doing for you, they help you in data collection, they help you in data processing, they help you in data analysis, and then finally dashboarding or reporting of the data. I'll explain you all of these steps in detail in future slides. So for now, like just try to understand that these tools will help you with end-to-end data analytics cycle or end-to-end data analytics project. So that's what these tools are useful for. They don't only work for you for visualization, like uh, you can do visualization like histograms or any kind of maps, but apart from that you can also process or you can also perform various other steps as I mentioned over here. Now, why should you learn these tools and why these are necessary for you? So if you have data with you which is generated on real time or which is generated on some interval digitally, then I think using these tools will help you with getting the proper insight out of the data, which could be on data analysis part, which could be on machine learning or forecasting part. Anything can be your use case, but these tools will help you with getting out insights from your data. And these tools are also very very easy to use. So unlike if you compare it with Python, so Python is complete pure coding. There you have to write a code for even a simple histogram as well, but within these tools you don't have to write the code most of the times. You can select the feature from UI and that feature will be applied on your data. That easy it is to work with these tools. So if you want to make some decisions based on your data, you can simply choose up these tools. These tools will help you with data automation of your pipeline, like data collection can be automated, data processing can be automated. So what do I mean by automation and collection part over here? So let's say you are working on a project and this is the first time you are building something on that project. So you will be working on data pipeline, which is like collection of the data, then you will be processing that data. And with these tools you can automate these steps. Like once you have finalized your data processing and data collection steps, these steps will remain same for n number of times later. Like even if you are using this project after 1 year, these steps will remain same and you don't have to write the code again for these steps. So that's what I mean by automation part, and this increases your working efficiency as well. Then you will have a competitive edge. So let's say you are working on your business and your business generates some data, but you are not still using any AI visualization tool. So using these tools will help you with getting out insights in a very quick manner, and also in very easier manner as compared to Python or any other coding language available. So that will be helpful for you. And if your data is growing day by day, that is also accommodated in these tools. So if your data is increasing let's say every month, then these tools have the capacity of handling large data set as well. So that can also be handled with these tools. And finally, if once you are done with your analysis or insights generation, these tools will help you with collaboration as well. Like in just a single click, you can share your insights with your teammates. You don't have to write anything in code, or you don't have to write any complex structure for your report sharing. You can simply share these reports with your teammates as well. So that's why it's good to learn these tools, because these tools helps you with various features or various life cycle steps of the data analytics project. So that's why it's good to learn these tools. Now, what are the key elements of data visualization? So as I explained earlier, a data analytics project begins with data and ends with sharing the reports. So uh, you can perform data integration in this. So by data integration, what do I mean is, as I mentioned over here, collection of the data. So with these tools, you can simply do the data integration. You can connect your project or your dashboard or BI tool or whatever tool you are using. You can connect that tool with the data source, and this pipeline will be set up and it will be used. Like you can use this pipeline now 100 times, 10,000 times, or any number of times. So that can be easily done with these tools. So let's say you have your data in Excel format and you are using Power BI. So using Power BI, you can simply connect your Power BI to your Excel without any much of technical knowledge. You can simply do that connection, and once that data is available in your visualization tool, now you are good to go ahead with your analysis. So once the data integration is done, then we begin with the data preparation or data processing part. So in this part, what we do is we actually clean the data, or we reorganize or retransform the data. So what do I mean by cleaning and transformation of the data? For example, if you are viewing a data which is having uh, phone number as a field, and it contains a name itself, like let's say a field is having a phone number, there is a field for phone number, and one of the entry is written for a name. Let's say Abhishek is written. So Abhishek can't be a phone number in this scenario, because phone number begins with a numeric value, and they have 9 or 10 digits of length. So we can understand that Abhishek can't be a phone number value. So that we have to either remove that record or populate that record with the correct value. That's what I mean by cleaning. So in cleaning, what we do is we actually clean the data set. We try to find out the records which are wrongly populated, and then we try to recompute those records or remove those records if required, based on our use case. So this is what we do in data preparation, and this step can also is also very easily handled in Power BI or any other visualization tool. So uh, if you, let's say, want to populate a value which is missing, it's a null value or blank in your data set. Now you want to populate that value with most occurring value in that field. So let's say you are working on a field which is having names in it, and or I should say, like, you are working on a field which is having fruit name in it, and there are like 1,000 apples and 100 oranges in your data set, and one of the entry is blank. Now what you can do is you can simply say that since most of the entries are for apple only in my data set, since I mentioned that 1,000 apples are there and 100 oranges are there, so you can understand that most of these entries are on apple only. So you can simply populate up that null value or that blank value with apple and begin with your analysis. And these kind of features are easily available in these AI tools. You can simply select a mode or most occurring value, and that value will be populated in your missing values. So that is what is done in data preparation. Then once the data preparation is done, now you come for data visualization or data analysis. So Data visualization is done to understand the data and find out the insights from the data, and analysis is also done for the same. So using analysis, you can apply any other statistical method, whatever you can have or you have. So some of the statistical methods are already available in these tools. And if you have your custom statistical method, or if you have any advanced method, you can apply the formula of that as well in your BI tools. So based on your requirement, you can perform that step in these tools very easily, and generate out your KPIs or your metrics for the business you are working on. So these steps are also very easily covered in these tools. So if I give you one example of like how data visualization is available in this tools, so let's say you selected a column and now you want to do a data visualization or plotting of that column, but you don't understand like which plot to use. Like it a line chart can also be applied, or scatter plot can also be applied, or any other method can also be applied, but you are not sure like which method to apply for this field. In that scenario, your system or your AI tools will be smart enough to suggest you that hey, you can use this technique for this kind of data, and you can take up that recommendation as well. So these tools are smart enough to give you the recommendation as well. So you can perform of a visualization analysis based on whatever statistical method you want to do apply on. Then once you are done with your visualization and analysis, and you are like sure that this is the insight I wanted to get out, and I want to share this insight with my team, it's time for reporting and dashboarding now. So in reporting, what you do is whatever insights you have generated, you collect those insights in a sheet or in a on a page, and showcase that insight with your team. And that is what we call as reporting. And this is also very easy in BI tools or AI visualization tools. You can collaborate your insights very easily and share them among your teammates without any technical headache for when you're using these tools. So reporting is also very easy with these tools. And when it comes to dashboarding, so what do I mean by dashboarding is, let's say you are tracking monthly sales, like how much sales you made last month, last to last month. So that can be plotted on a dashboard, which could be a real-time dashboard, wherein with each sale, that dashboard will be updated. So you might have a line chart drawn on the dashboard, which is showing you month on month or week on week sales, and that dashboard will update on real time basis, like whenever you are making a purchase, or whenever you are selling your product, that dashboard will be updated. So these things can be done very easily and without much of coding headache, I would say. So, and if you want to perform these steps in Python, it will be too much of coding. Like every step will be done using coding, and there is no drag and drop or UI feature available, or any kind of recommendation available in Python. So, uh, but like solving a project using BI tools makes it much faster as compared to Python. Then advanced AI analytics is also supported. Like you want to do some kind of predictive analysis or forecasting analysis using BI tools, then this is also supported. Like let's say you have some weather data of weather like humidity, temperature, wind speed, and now you want to predict out will it rain tomorrow or not. So that can be easily done as well using these visualization tools. You can simply select up your model from these tool, and it will apply that model itself. You don't have to write any code or do any technical stuff. You can simply select up uh, your model, whichever you want to apply, and then that model will be applied to your data, and some prediction will be made automatically within these tools. So these are some of the key elements of AI visualization tools, and these are some of the steps which these tools can perform. And if you ask me, uh, actually, these are the steps which are there in every data analytics project lifecycle. So data integration is there, preparation is there, analysis is there, visualization, reporting, collaboration, real-time insights, advanced AI analytics. These are the only steps which are there, which are needed to solve any data-related project, be it on machine learning or data analysis. And each of these steps are supported by these tools. So it is beneficial to learn these tools if you are planning to go into data analytics role. Yeah. Now, you might be having some doubt in your mind that which tool to learn, because there are plenty of visualization tools available in the market. So I'll just help you with understanding your use case, and based on that, you can decide which tool to learn based on whatever business requirement you have. So Power BI, if you are a beginner, if you are just getting into data analytics and visualization, I would recommend you to learn Power BI because it's a very, very easy tool to learn and it's a beginner friendly, I would say. So for the people who are looking for some tool which is least technical, which has a lot of features available on the UI and easy to learn, then Power BI is for you. You can perform various analysis on Power BI, like predictive analysis, or just like I mentioned, recommendation for visualization as well. Anything can be performed with Power BI with least technical knowledge. So if you are someone who is moving or who is beginner in this field, I would recommend you to learn Power BI. Then coming to Tableau. So if you want to make some advanced visualization, which requires advanced technical knowledge on visualization, then Tableau would be good for you. So based on your need, you can decide from Power BI and Tableau. Then coming to ClickView. So if you are working on very large data set that is complex, and data is also changing the relationship within itself. So what do I mean by that is, let's say feature A and feature B are interdependent, but after 3 months, B and C are interdependent now. So these kind of changing relationships or exploring the large data set is easily done in the click view. So if your data set involves a large data set and it is complex enough within the changing relationship and nested fields. So nested fields are like um, fields within the field. So if a column if there is a column A, and within that column it could be possible that there are two fields B and C. So this is a nested column. This is a scenario of nested field, and these kind of things can be easily handled in the click view. So if your data is complex enough and large enough, go ahead with the click view. Then coming to Looker. So Looker is for all the for large enterprise organization which are working on cloud and cloud based, which require heavy data processing and which are working on cloud database. So Looker is for them. With Looker, you can easily connect with your DB on cloud, and you can also explore the large data set very, very easily. And if you have some advanced data processing steps, just like I mentioned earlier, so data processing like cleaning, organizing, transformation. And if you have some of these steps which are advanced enough, which are too technical, then Looker would be best fit for you. So go for uh, go for the tool which suits your use case. But ideally, if I talk about most of the scenario, Power BI is good enough, and then Tableau is also good enough. So if you have learned Power BI, then I think all of these tools will be easier for you, Power BI or Tableau, whatever suits you. But Power BI is most uh, easy tool to learn. And sorry. And Power BI also supports, since Power BI is a product of Microsoft, then because of that, integration with Microsoft product is very, very easy in Power BI. So with Power BI, you can easily connect with Excel if your data is there in Excel or CSV format. You can do that connection very, very easily, and all the Microsoft related products will be supported by Power BI, and the connection or integration with them will be very, very easy as compared to other tools. So Power BI is having that advantage also on all of these remaining ones. So what are some of the project ideas? Then if based on your domain, you can find out any idea to work on. I have just listed down some of the domain and ideas from that domain, like what project you can apply and what project you can work on. So if you are from finance department, then you may build some AI powered stock market trend prediction project. So in this, like if you already have some knowledge of stock market, then there are some terms like moving average or a lot of these terms, statistical terms are there in the in stock market. So you what you can do is you can simply select up a stock which is having real-time data values, and those data values can be used to populate out the moving average. For example, let's take it for moving average only, and you want to find out moving average of Tata Motors. So each day you will have your data of stock. You can connect your data. So I'll just go back on this slide. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to begin with data integration. You will have to connect your BI project with some of the API which helps you with data collection on real time or at least daily level. So once market is closed, you can collect the data from that API. Once the data is with you, you will go for preparation. So let's say in your case, the data is cleaned and it is available in required format. Then what you can do is you can move on to data analysis part, and you can apply your formula for moving average. So whatever is the formula available on the internet for moving average, you can simply write up that formula in BI tool or let's say Power BI, and apply that formula on your price prediction or your target or your on your stock value. And once that formula is applied, you will be having a moving average value with you. And now you what you can do is you can do the visualization of that moving average, like you can plot up line chart and finally create a dashboard out of it. So that's what you can do in this AI powered stock market trend prediction. You can put up any of the statistical method and apply that method using BI tools very, very easily, and your project will be done very, very easily using a single tool itself. So if you are someone from finance background, go ahead with some project like these. Then if you are in healthcare, you might you can work on AI driven medical imaging analytics. So what I mean by this is you can use let's say you're having 10 kinds of different diagnosis reports. You can do those you can pass on these diagnosis report to your BI tools and try to understand what these reports are telling you. Or a simpler example would be you can work on the patient data itself, like how many patients are coming for a day, and like what kind of patients are going towards what kind of treatment. And the any use case can be applied on healthcare. Like you can work on patient data, you can work on reports related data, whatever you want to work on. There are n number of options, just like I explained in the finance part. Similar will be the way for healthcare and all of these use cases. So in healthcare, let's say you have your CSV files with you. Now, since you have CSV or Excel file, it will be better if you go ahead with the Power BI because data integration will be easier, and then go ahead with your analysis on these tools. So you can work on patient related data if you want to, like on healthcare part. Then you can work on if you are from marketing background, then you can work on customer sentiment analysis dashboard. What you can do is you can like populate up some of the metrics which can help you with customer sentiment on some products. So like if that product is getting clicked by most of the customers or not, how many people are interacting with that product, like clicking that product, viewing that product, how many people are buying that product, or how many people are rating that product 4 star or 1 star. So based on that, whatever data you have, you can do that kind of sentiment analysis and generate a dashboard out of it. A dashboard can be a real-time dashboard, which will help you with like real-time sentiment of the of people or of the customers on that product. Like if people are liking that product or not. Like if people are interacting with those product, and if they are giving a good feedback like 5 star or 4 star rating, then it is a good product, or sentiment among the customers is positive. But if they are rating it negatively, then sentiment is negative. So these kind of dashboards can be very easily built on these tools. Then, if you are someone from supply chain or operational OE department, then you can go ahead with demand forecasting as well. Like if you have some product with you, and based on the past data, like how many people purchase that product, what are the different features of that product, in what region that product was sold mostly. Based on that data, you can forecast like in coming next year, next month, how much sales will I be having for this product, or should I like move towards a new product or continue working on it. Like these kind of decisions can be made very easily uh, with these tools. So what you can do is you can generate a dashboard out of it, and that dashboard should be a real time, which can tell you about the sales of 10 different product. And for example, like let's take a very easy example or easy scenario, wherein you want to identify like which product to continue on the basis of number of sales for that product. So number of items sold for that product. So that dashboard can help you with number of items which are sold last month for all of these 10 products, and the one which is sold mostly, you can continue that product in next month as well. So these kind of use cases can be built using uh, BI tools or Power BI or any other tool. And then if you are someone who is working in entertainment industry or social media, then you can generate up some AI powered dashboard which can help you with sentiments or content performance as well. So how many people are interacting with your content? Let's say you posted something on LinkedIn. How many likes you are getting for that post? What is the category of that post? Like, is it on salary breakup? Is it on learning? Or is it on some sort of technology? Whatever it is, you can assign a category. Then, based on that category, you can find out what kind of posts are working, best in the market within what category. So that can also be handled very easily through these projects. So through these tools. So I would recommend you to go ahead if you are planning to move into data analytics. Then I would recommend you to go ahead and learn these tools, because these tools are very I would say like least technical as compared to Python and any other language available in the market. So learn these tools, and these tools will help you with all of the life cycle of data analytics project. Sorry, you don't have to worry about like if I'm working on a machine learning project, will it be useful to build it on visualization tool, or if I'm working on data analysis related project, will it be useful to work for that using this tool. So everything is covered within these tools itself. So these are some of the real world case studies which are good for you if you go ahead with them. So a lot of companies these days are having a case study round as well, in which they give you a very vague problem and ask you a solution using data analytics. So let's say they will give you a problem saying that we are working on a project which will be uh, which will be having which will be like Amazon Prime, and it will be having videos on the platform, and people will watch it. So how you will design a system which can perform various steps of online streaming platform, or how you will generate recommendation for the people. If you have already gone through these case studies, just like for example Netflix data set, then you would be able to answer this question very well. So I would recommend you to go through these case studies in deep, because these case studies will have, like, they have plenty of different scopes which can be applied. Like if you are working on analysis related project, then that can be done within these case studies. If you are working on some forecasting project, sorry, give me a moment. Yeah, if you're working on some forecasting project, then that use case can also be applied through these data sets. So, for example, national air quality. So this data set is about like how is the air quality within certain region. So let's talk about Delhi. In Delhi, what is the temperature? What is the wind speed? What is the air quality? Now, if you are working on some forecasting or ML related project, then that can be developed using this data set, because, like, for example, you can predict out what would be the air quality in for next 5 days given today's data or given today's condition. So that can be built. Now, if you want to work out on some data analysis project, that can also be built. Like you want to find out how bad is the air quality of Delhi as compared to air quality of Bangalore. You can generate out a heat map or some graphical representation for these comparison, and this can also be done within using this data set only. So what I mean to say is, with these data sets, you can perform any project type, like be it on analysis or forecasting or ML based. Anything can be performed using these data sets. So I would recommend you to go through these data sets in detail and try to understand like how many problems can be solved using these data sets, and this will help you in problem solving and in case studies round as well, which are there in when you are going for the interview. So try to go through these case studies which I've listed over here, because each case study will teach you a different domain. If you compare Netflix, it talks about video related project and streaming related project. If I talk about national air quality, it talks about some tabular data which is having air quality related data, which is completely different from entertainment or Netflix data set. So these two will give you domain knowledge, very two different domain knowledge. If I talk about Olympic or IPL data, then it talks about sports domain. If we talk about economic, then it talks about consumer and product relationship and how economics are changing with time. If you talk about supermarket, then it talks about e-commerce and those data sets. So with these data sets, you will be able to understand like how each domain works and what are the different problems which can be solved within these domains. So it's good if you can cover up these case studies as well. Now, this is a very interesting insight from Glassdoor, which talks about out of 250 resumes, only 4 to 6 gets shortlisted for the interview, and only one gets the job offer. And if you see the statistics, like competition is quite high. And if you are having a right skill or a right structured plan, then it is, then you can be among 4 to 6 people as well. So a lot of technologies are available for same problem, and if you are aware that which technology to learn to solve a problem, then you can be among 4 to 6 as well. Because once I was also on this place where I learned a lot of technologies, but at the time of interview I got to know that these many technologies are were not required to learn, and what is required to be learned, I have not learned that part. So you should be having some structured plan which covers all the industry relevant skills. So skills are available. You can upskill yourself from any platform, but if you are upskilling for the industry relevant skills, then that is useful for you. So from this Glassdoor insight, you can understand that learning industry relevant skill and upskilling yourself is very, very important in today's market. Now, these are some of the interview rounds I have mentioned. Like based on it varies company to company. People like company takes somewhere around from 4 to 6 rounds. But I have listed down 5 of these rounds, which are different from each other. But based on whatever company you are going to interview for, these rounds can be stretched into six or compressed into 4 rounds as well. So we'll just try to understand what is the expectation of the interviewer and what they will be asking you within these rounds if you are appearing for any of them. So the interview begins with the screening round, wherein the manager calls you up and he or she tries to understand what is your experience, what are the technology you are aware of, what is your past project, and how is your behavior, or how is your, if you are good for their team or not. So that's what is judged in the screening round. This is a this is a overall round, like in which they try to assess you like if you will be a good fit for their team or not. So that is what is done in the screening round. It is, they won't ask you too technical question in the screening round, but they will ask you high level questions on your background. They will ask you like why you are looking for a switch, or any other behavioral questions as well. So in short, they will try to understand if you are a good fit for their company, for their team, and if you have right skills which are required for solving or for working on their project. So once the screening round is done, then it comes for to technical round. In technical round, the questions would be around, let's say you are going for a BI engineer tool round. So the questions would be around Power BI, or questions would be around Excel or on the statistical part as well. So in technical round, the questions would be on statistics, SQL, BI tool, anything related to technical knowledge. Then coming to case study round, as I explained earlier, a very vague problem statement will be given, like we are a sports company and we have a team for cricket, and now help us in designing a tool which can help us in making a better fielding, or finding a right bowler or anything like that. So in that scenario, you will have to walk through the solution, like I'll start with the data collection like this, then I will move towards this kind of statistical concept. Then this ML forecasting will be done based on your profile, your job role. The solution would vary. Like if you are someone who is getting interviewed for ML engineer role or data scientist, then your solution should include ML related concepts as well. And if you are applying for BI engineer or data analyst, then your solution should include some of the statistical concept as well. So based on your job role which you are targeting for, the case study round would be solved. Uh, After this, there is a tools and technology round as well. So some companies combine this tools and technology with technical. Some companies take two technical rounds. One of them is tools and technology, and some of the companies name this round as tools and technology. So in this round, they try to assess your Excel based skills. Like if let's say you're going for BI engineer uh, interview, then Excel will be assessed, your Power BI skills will be assessed, your SQL skills might be assessed. So based on whatever tools you are using, those tools and technology will be assessed in your this in this round. Then coming to managerial or leadership round, in this round, they'll ask you question on your behavior, which can help them in assessing like what is your personality, how you will behave in a difficult time frame, and how you will handle a certain situation. Do you have any leadership skill as well or not? So these kind of skills or these kind of personality traits are observed in this round. So mostly like 99% times, this is non-technical round in which people ask you question about your past experience, or on some hypothetical experience, like given this situation, how you will deal with this situation. So these are some of the interview rounds which are conducted for most of the companies, and you guys can prepare for these rounds if you are going to appear for any of the data analytics related project related role. Yeah, with this, we can go ahead with our Q&A session. And before we move ahead with the Q&A session, I would just like to remind you all, and this is for all of the people who have joined a little late as well. Like Coding Ninjas is offering you a job bootcamp program. It's a 6 months long program which is on data analytics, and they are teaching you industry relevant skills which are designed by people from big MNCs like Google, Facebook, Amazon, Microsoft. These are the people who are coming from these MNCs, and whatever skills these people are using in their company, those are covered in this course. So the course is well structured. Like you don't have to worry about which topic to learn first and which topic to learn last. The course is designed in such a way that all the topics are sequentially connected and all the industry relevant skills are covered. So uh, I am focusing mostly focusing a lot on industry relevant skills because in today's market, a lot of skills are available and you don't have to learn all of the skills if you want to move ahead in the market quickly. So, learning skills which are required in industry is at most important at this time. And cherry on the cake is they're also offering you a job assistance as well, in which they will help you with getting up the job. They will help you with networking as well, and which is I think the most important part when you are hunting for job, because just by applying the job on career page for the company is not enough for you, because for single day there are thousands of applications which are coming in and HR can't see them all. But if you have right network, if you direct have the network of HR, then your job application will be seen, and your chances of getting the interview will also be increased. So having job assistance is like a superpower with you. So go ahead with some course which helps you the job assistance, and Coding Ninjas is offering you that thing as well. And they have a pretty much high placement rate as well, which is 95%, which also translates with job assistance program, because since they have network, they are providing job assistance, they are also getting this figure as well for placement rate, like 95% placement rate, because without job assistance you can't achieve this high placement rate as well. And average salary hike expected out of you is like it has been seen like 130% or around that part. You can expect for a salary hike as well. So in short, it's a very, very good course designed by industry top leaders from these big MNCs. I would like recommend you to check out this course. I'll just share you the link in the chat box. You guys can fill up the form if you have not filled already. Um, yeah, I have shared the link in the chat box. If you can afford to pay for an online course, then I would recommend you to go and check this course out. You can fill up the form, and Coding Ninjas team will connect you with you on the explanation part. I'll just wait for a couple of minutes before we can start with the Q&A. Meanwhile, you guys can fill up the form. Okay, let's start with the Q&A session. Hope you guys have filled up the form. And meanwhile, you can continue filling up the form if you are on that. So, anonymous attendee is asking, can I learn BI in one day if I spend 8 hours here? Basic knowledge. It depends, like, in short, like attendee is asking if he can learn the BI tool in just one day. if he spends 8 hours. So it depends on like what prior information you have and what current information you are going to learn. So it all depends on that part. So on the basis of that, you may or you may not be able to cover up within one day. What about the freshers? Which project we build for job application and define skill? So any project you can pick up, and I would recommend you pick up. I would recommend you to pick up some project which has some impact or some real impact on the on environment. So picking up a project which has the impact would be beneficial for you if you are a fresher. Like for example, um building some and let's say you want to go into healthcare side, then building some diagnosis related project which can help you with diagnosis part, that would be a very impactful project, and that will be, good if you are showing that project and that you have developed this project end to end, like from data collection till the point part of reporting in your resume. How do you deal with null value in data sets? So null value can be treated in a number of ways. It depends on like how your data set is. The most common way is by populating up that value with mode or most occurring value in the data set. How do we handle outliers in the Excel or Python? There are many ways for handling the outliers in the data set. Like you can use standard deviation based method. You can use interquartile range based method, or whatever suits your data set in Python or any other tool. What stage of career is this session targeted at? This session is for all of the people who are like who are working, or who are professional, or who are planning to change a career towards data analytics. What amount of mathematics is used in data analytics? It depends on the role you are trying to apply. Like if let's say you are targeting for machine learning based role, then mathematics would be little advanced. If you are targeting for a role of BI engineer or data analyst, then mathematics would be easier. So it depends on the role you are trying to apply for. But in most of the scenario, mathematics is easier part if you are applying for analysis or BI engineer related role. Am I eligible for data analyst job as a fresher on diploma basis without bachelor degree? Yeah, it doesn't matter if you have bachelor degree or not. In most of the scenario, if you have right networking, and if you have right skills mentioned, and if you have knowledge of right skills, then I think you are good to go ahead. Like degree is not needed. What can be the salary package? I would say that about 7 to 10 LPA for fresher would be easily available. Okay, I think I have covered most of these questions, and now I see a lot of questions on Coding Ninja's job bootcamp program. So I would transfer the call to Coding Ninja's team, and they can help you with the questions on this bootcamp program.
Yeah, sure. So, first of all, thank you so much, Abhishek, for such an insightful and such an informative session. So, as we are getting a lots of questions around the job bootcamp by Coding Ninjas, so for that, let me introduce our program manager, Mr. Pinku Pandey. He has already joined. Welcome to the masterclass, Pinku. And he'll be just taking another 10 to 15 minutes explaining each and everything around the bootcamp, how this would be helpful for the people who are looking for the transition that they want into the industry, and as well as for the people who are already into the industry and want to grab better opportunities by upskilling themselves. So thank you so much once again, Abhishek. And now I would request Pinku to take on from here. Pinku, over to you now. And at the same time, Abhishek, could you please stop sharing the screen so that Pinku can
Sure,
Uh,
sure.
yeah, so thank you so much. So over to you, Pinku.
Hi guys, my name is Pinku Pandey. I'm working as a senior program manager in Coding Ninja. So I'll be taking care from here the session. I'll be carry forward the session, and thank you our host for taking this informative session. So before going ahead, let me do one thing. Let me share my screen and showcase you how Coding Ninja Job Bootcamp will be helpful for you to do a transition to become a good data analyst, to get into your first job as a data analyst, or transition your domain as a data analyst. I'm sharing my screen. Okay. So before explaining about the data analytics of the job bootcamp, let me explain you about Coding Ninjas. So basically, Coding Ninjas, we are providing the services from last around 8 years, right? So we are in this Indian market for the learning, preparation, placement. This thing from last 8 years, we have a strong alumni base of 1.5 lakh plus, and with the 1400 alumni who's working with Mang organization. And if I explain you about the unicorn, so we are having around 103 India is having around 116 unicorns, out of which 103 unicorns is having our alumni who are working over there. So if you tell about the job bootcamp impact, so we have around 128% average salary hike. The learner who have joined up with our bootcamp, completed the learning journey, then they got a placement. Around the average hike is around 128%. With the highest CTC of 36 LPA, right? Some learner asking what is the placement track record. So our placement track record of job bootcamp is 95% plus, and the learners who have joined up with us and got the placement, out of them, 68% learners got a 2x hike from their current CTC. If I explain about the job bootcamp, what are the offerings that we are giving to you? Right. So here in the job bootcamp, it's a 6 month live classes journey. Here we are providing the majorly four tools. That is, we are starting with the introduction to data analytics, then data analytics with Excel, then data analytics with Power BI, and then data analytics with SQL, going forward with the Python, alongside statistics and the hypothesis testing. Then the EDA part and the machine learning and generative AI will be there for you as an optional. These are the tools that we are providing. After that, because after completing every tool, as the mentor told you, you have to have a great resumes, and on that resume you have to have a great project. So after completing every tool, you will get minimum one or two projects from here, just like National Air Quality, Pro Kabaddi League, Indian CPI, inflation, IT department with Power BI dashboard, retail store, e-com business, COVID-19, US healthcare dataset, as well as the credit risk modeling. This is the project that you will get and the real life case studies you will get. After this Coding Ninja Job Bootcamp content of data analytics is infused with the AI, because AI is the future, right? This content is infused with generative AI, with the Excel, Power BI, SQL, and Python. All the things will be there for you. Okay. After this, some learners are asking what is the total duration of this bootcamp. So the bootcamp duration is for 6 month live learning journey will be there for you, right? If I explain to the learning mode, as I told you, it's a live learning journey. It will be weekly 3 days classes will be there, right? Either it will be on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, right? So the 2 hours every day, the class timing would be 9 p.m. till 11 p.m. alternate days, right? And while watching the classes, if you are getting any kind of doubt, you can ask your doubt over the class. Or let's suppose if you have missed any class or you want to rewatch the class, you will get the recording in the next day of the entire live class. And while watching that live class, if you are getting any kind of doubt, we have TA support available from morning 10 o'clock till in the midnight 12 o'clock, one-on-one, weekly 7 days, 365 days in a year, right? As I told you, the timing would be morning 10 till in the midnight 12. And this doubt support will be there for you starting with the chat. If his chat is not sufficient, they will give you the option through audio call, or then you can start your screen sharing. TA will get the access and clear your doubts. After that, for mentoring yourself, right? How you are learning, are you learning properly or not? If you are missing any classes, for that we are having a you will get a relationship manager who will be there for you to support you throughout the program, helping with the queries, right? Connecting with the trainers, experts, as well as tracking your progress, weekly assignments, and regular tests. And even they will provide guidance to ensure you are achieving your career goal. This is the teaching part. Then, if I tell you, because in the initial, as I told you, it's a job boot camp. Job boot camp, it does not mean only learning, it's a learning, preparation, and placement. So, before going for the placement, we'll prepare you to go for the placement. For the preparation, we are giving you the one-on-one mock interviews in terms of the technical rounds. Then the soft skill training. Some people might have the communication gap, so for that technical soft skill training will be there. Then the resume review, because nowadays resume plays major role. You have to have a great resume. For that, resume building training will be there. Then for every project, you will get the project mentorship, project guidance will be there, and the interview preparation will be there for you. Okay. And then, as I told you, it's a placement assistance program. So if I tell you about the placement assistance, so we have 1,200 plus hiring organization who are hiring from us, right? We are having around 800 plus opening every month. Alongside this, we have, as I told you earlier, we have around 1.5 lakh alumni base. You will get the alumni referrals as well as the industry referrals. And if I tell you about the monthly job opportunities, we have 300 plus monthly job opportunities in every month. Someone is asking what is the fees structure. Before going for the fees structure, let me tell you about our impact of Coding Ninjas Job Bootcamp. So right now we are having around 323 alumni who are working with Microsoft. If I tell you about Google, so we have 418 alumni who are working with Google. Alongside, we are having 377 alumni who are working with Amazon. And you can be the next. If you are learning properly, if you are getting the certification done, if you are preparing well, you can get a job in these companies very easily. Someone is asking what is the fees structure, right? Again, before going for the fees structure, let me tell you some alumni details. So we have alumni like Utkarsh got a placement in right. Then Divyanshu Khandelwal got a placement in Zest. Srinivas got a placement in Zindal Steel. Kashish Arora got a placement in Equity. So the fees structure, many of you are asking about the fees structure. So the original course fees structure, if you check over the website, that come down to 1.5 lakh for learning, preparation, and placement. Stay with it. There is certain scholarship we are offering to you. So the learners, the candidate who want to get the maximum scholarship, you can drop off your number over the chat or Q&A to avail that. If I tell you about the scholarship, so the scholarship fee structure is only and only 1,25,000. You can get a flat 25,000 scholarship on the job bootcamp of data analytics. If you want to get the maximum scholarship, if you want to discuss about your career roadmap to a tech professionals, right? You can do one thing. You can drop off your number over the chat or Q&A to get that, because if you miss the scholarship, you might have to take this bootcamp in original course fee structure. And guys, waiting for your numbers, waiting for your questions over the chat or Q&A, right? And this 1,25,000, you don't have to pay it in one time. We have an easy EMI option. So initially, to get enrolled with us, you just need to pay 5,000 to book your seat, and this 5,000 you can pay through UPI, credit card, or the net banking, and rest 1,20,000. You can go ahead with our NBFC partner. We have our finance partner. Through that, you can go for 3, 6, 9, 12 months of no cost EMI, or else you can go forward with the standard EMIs for 18, 24, 30, and 36, but there will be certain interest will be charged. And those guys who are using credit card, you can go forward with the credit card no cost EMI of 12 months. And after this,